contract amendment from Sam Ortiz. Actually, I missed the opportunity to have Sam do this one earlier, but anyway, this is a contract amendment for a minor change in moving some of the funding around for the 2019-2020 crisis intervention and information services contract between us, Wellspan, and crisis intervention and information services. There was a change, a reduction in the medical assistance funding that had to be picked up out of the other funding sources, so it was spread among CAP, drug and alcohol, children and youth, MHID, EI. And I think you had the budget, or the new list of the budget provided to you earlier, or the detail. So that,
looks like $798,620 total.
That's the total. The bottom line to the grant stays the same. I'm sorry, to the contract stays the same. And this is actually a 2019-2020. So we're, as of June 30, this is we'll be in the new contract. But this just has to be tweaked a bit to reflect the moving the money around.
I'll make a motion to that effect.
And I'll second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve that coverage in that budget for Sam Ortiz, CAP, crisis in Wellspan. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Okay, next I have a memorandum of understanding between for the Lebanon Valley Rails to Trails project that is planned on, is intended to be the John Wanger Memorial Park over along Chestnut Street. I think you're all familiar with. And just as we have done with the rest of the rail trail, the county is the owner of the whole parcel, the tracks that make up the rail trail. However, there are other entities who are responsible for maintenance and upkeep of that trail. And this memorandum of understanding spells out those responsibilities for the Wanger Memorial Park once it is developed. And essentially the county would remain the owner, obviously. The city would be responsible for year-round trash pickup from 3 cans, hauling away debris from an April Park cleanup, and bi-weekly mowing of the promenade area. The Lebanon Valley Rail Trail Group would be responsible for cutting back herbaceous and meadow plants, mowing along the rail trail, and any repairs or maintenance to tables, receptacles, fitness stations, etc. And the Lebanon Valley Conservancy would be responsible for the annual April Park cleanup, planting of trees and other plants, and any maintenance to tables, receptacles, etc. So we need your approval to establish that memorandum of understanding, and we will provide that to DCNR so they know how that's going to work.
I'll make a motion to adopt the memorandum of understanding with the City of Lebanon, Lebanon Valley Rails to Trails, and Lebanon Valley Conservancy.
Second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve an MOU regarding LVRT and the Wanger Park. There's no further discussion. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. So moved.
Okay, I have a disabled veteran.
Excuse me, Jamie. Before we go on, I see there's a question from Sam Ortiz, and he's asking, would any county agency or department be eligible to apply for funds, meaning the previous motion concerning the $12.8 million, specifically for them to pick up their administrative costs for PHFA, CARES, and RRP funds?
I would say no to that one because it's only related to, the PHFA, from what I understand, has a 5% administration allowable already built into it. The other items that we're eligible for are essentially reimbursement of activities that have already taken place in response to COVID or planning ahead. So the only there is admin that's allowable to the county for the administration of the CARES Act itself, the $12.8 million itself, but administration of other programs, I don't think so.
Thank you.
Maybe we can go into more detail offline with Sam.
Yeah, I can get back with him. Disabled veteran exemption request here for eligible disabled vets exempt from real estate taxes, Edwin Thorn of Miller Street in Lebanon. That's the one I have today.
I'll make a motion to grant that exemption from real estate tax.
I'll second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we exempt the property taxes for veteran Thorn. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? So moved.
Okay, I have appointments and reappointments for the Area Agency on Aging Advisory Council. We have two individuals who are leaving the board since they have served their maximum 2 terms and their terms are ending June 30th. Those are Abby Beidler from Wellspan and Jacqueline Kruper, who is a retired consumer. So we thank them for their service on this, and they will get a letter from us to that effect. The others who have served 1 3-year term and who are willing to serve a second term to go to June 30, 2023 are James Repetski and Evelyn, both retired consumers. And also we've got a member serving one 3-year term who is unable to serve. That's Jim Shucker, and we will thank him for his service. And we also have a member resigning effective November 19, who has resigned, effective November 19, due to taking a job outside of the county, and that's Patty Millay, who had worked for Cedar Haven Healthcare at the time. So take action essentially on the ones who are being reappointed. Those are James Repetski and Evelyn Sites.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded that we make those appointments and thank the others will be thanked without this motion, but we want to thank them for their service, but also bring James and Evelyn back for another term with this motion. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed, same sign. So moved. Thank you.
Okay, I have some liquid fuels application requests for municipalities for 2020. These are a little behind, again, due to COVID. The state wasn't prepared to process these, and frankly, neither were we during some of this time, so I've got 4 of them to present to you today. They are for South Lebanon Township to use for purchase of ice control and salt for 2020, and their total project cost there is $19,500, requesting their allocation of $9,463. Jonestown Borough is asking to use their allocation for general road maintenance. Project cost $5,000. Their allocation would be $1,905. Portion of that. Millcreek Township, also general road maintenance for $4,000, requesting their allocation of $3,892. And North Lebanon Township would be allocating theirs toward de-icing and road salt for 2020, $32,730. Their allocation would be $11,429.
I'll make a motion to approve the liquid fuels contributions to those municipalities.
Second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for various projects from South Lebanon, Jonestown, Millcreek, and North Lebanon. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. So moved.
Next, I have an amendment to an agreement of sale. For the last couple of years, we have been negotiating with BT Management LLC out of Altoona for a piece of land that the county owns adjacent to the driver center. It's just slightly over 4 acres, and we were expected to have settlement on that property by June 30th. However, as you have heard from Mr. Mandel of BT Management, they've had some delays due to COVID. They've not been able to do all of their due diligence in terms of geotechnical investigation of the property and so on that would rule out some of the contingencies that they have the ability to break the contract if those things are prohibited from them using it for development. So he has requested that there be an extension to the closing to September 30th of 2020, basically a 3 months extension due to the 3 months that we lost through COVID. That is the only change to the amendment. All of the other terms and conditions are the same. I did get a chance to run this by Solicitor Warner yesterday, and since the settlement date is the only change to the agreement, he had no comments on it. So I would ask for your approval on that extension.
I'll make a motion to approve Justin's request to extend this agreement of sale.
The new settlement date would be September 30, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Would you include that in your motion, Commissioner?
Yes, to end no later than September the 30th.
Thank you. And I'll second that motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we extend our journey with Justin until 9:30. And is there any further discussion or clarification? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Okay. Two more quick items here. I've got a request to approve an authorization for Danielle Hogue in IT to, on the county's behalf, sign the Dell Financial Services agreement for the annual lease of PCs that we have. Of course, this is budgeted, and we're just getting ready to deploy the new round of PCs that are due for 2020, and just need an authorization from you for her to execute those.
I'll make a motion to authorize Danielle Hogue to sign that purchase agreement with Dell.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we enter or continue that agreement. Any comment or question? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Last item I have is a proclamation in recognition of World War II veteran James Fabiacci of Myerstown. James's niece has asked that you do a short proclamation acknowledging his service in World War II. He's going to turn 96 coming up in, let's see, it's like he's, May 22nd. Sorry. Oh, May 22nd. Sorry, it was his birthday. I guess we got delayed because of COVID on this one as well. But if you would approve that proclamation, we'll get that on to his niece.
I'll make that motion, and he's also a Purple Heart recipient, having been wounded in action. He served in the U.S. Marine Corps, so it's with pleasure that I make this motion.
Likewise, I'm pleased to second the motion.
Well, this is an honor to acknowledge one of our members of the greatest generation, arguably in the history of our country. So we will vote right now, and all in favor of the proclamation, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? So moved. Adopted. Thank you.